Hey guys, welcome to our lesson, Keto Pros and Cons for Health. If you are new here to our channel, please make sure to like and subscribe for more exclusive weekly content. Now that we are a bit clearer on what the ketogenic diet entails, guys, let's discuss the pros and cons of it. Please note, however, that I am not endorsing keto as a supplement to or as a replacement for medication in any way, and I strongly recommend everyone to consult with your doctor prior to any new diet regimen. So, the first pro of the ketogenic diet is that it may improve brain functioning. Originally created about 100 years ago in the 1920s to treat epilepsy, keto has been suggested to be beneficial to a wide range of other neurological disorders, such as neurodegenerative diseases, sleep disorders, bipolar disorder, autism, and brain cancer. Additionally, research suggests that overweight patients who undergo a keto diet may experience fewer headaches than they did before it, alongside improved mental clarity throughout the day. Secondly, it is effective against metabolic syndrome. And what is metabolic syndrome? Well, it is a cluster of symptoms that occur together, increasing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. These symptoms include abdominal obesity, elevated blood pressure, elevated fasting blood sugar levels, high triglycerides, in addition to low good HDL cholesterol levels. Next, a greater proportion of fat loss will come from your abdominal cavity. Guys, not all fat within your body is the same. We have two main types of fat: subcutaneous, which is the fat underneath your skin, and visceral fat, which tends to accumulate in your abdominal cavity and lodge around your organs. Now, it is visceral fat that presents more hazards to your health, as it increases your risk for developing several serious long-term life-threatening medical conditions, such as heart attacks, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, and cancer. So this is certainly good news. Another pro is that it provides stable energy throughout the day. Remember, guys, carbs are mostly made up of sugar, and the greater amount of sugar in a meal, the greater the blood sugar will spike and then subsequently crash, leaving you fatigued and even more hungry for a couple of hours as a result. Therefore, guys, the less sugar or carbs you consume, the more the blood sugar stays stable, as you can see from our graph. This is why keto can help, as with minimal carbs to burn, your blood sugar will consequently decrease, resulting in more stable energy throughout the day. Moreover, keto may help with inflammation too. Although there are not too many studies backing this up yet, a lot of people report improvements in issues such as arthritis when undertaking a ketogenic diet. Now guys, our final pro is that keto can also be good for endurance training. Some scientists have hypothesized that you become more efficient at using oxygen when you are on a keto diet. For example, ultra endurance runners performed as well on keto as their fellow runners did on a high carb diet, without running out of energy and breaking down from exhaustion. This means that someone undertaking keto would not need to carb load before an endurance event. Conversely, let's check out the potential cons of a ketogenic diet. So, the first con of the ketogenic diet is that the long-term research of it is limited, guys. Even though the diet is immensely popular in society today, there has not been enough studies on its implications on weight loss and health after years or decades of adherence. Basically, there is still a lot of unanswered questions, and the long-term studies are needed to truly answer these questions, as the ketogenic diet is still in its infancy. The second thing to keep in mind is the dreaded keto flu. Following the depletion of your glycogen stores, which takes around 48 hours on a keto diet, you may go through a period of feeling weak, lightheaded, irritable, mentally slow, and lethargic. This happens due to your metabolism starting to burn primarily fat for fuel rather than carbohydrates. These symptoms usually subside within a few days to a few weeks, but are still a not so fun consequence nevertheless. In addition, keto can cause an increase to your stress hormone cortisol during your first week or two, which can hamper your sleep and stress your body. The next concern regarding partaking in a ketogenic diet is that you are at risk of a deficiency in some nutrients. As the intake of carbs is limited to a maximum of 10% of your total daily calorie intake in order to reach ketosis, it is not just a reduction in bread, rice, and pasta that we normally associate with carbs, guys. Fruits and vegetables are also sources of carbohydrates, which are very nutrition rich and are important sources of vitamins and minerals. This means, guys, that people following the keto diet may have low intakes of vitamin A, C, K, folate, and fiber, among others. So this is something to pay special attention to. On the other side to a deficiency in some foods, guys, a keto diet may additionally lead to an overconsumption of bad fats. Although fat, of course, will be prioritized above all other macronutrients via keto, we still want to be sure to choose good fats and oils like those that come from plants and organic or grass fed animal products, rather than saturated and trans fats, as they are associated with an increased risk of heart disease and cancer, while also making you feel very sluggish. Moreover, kidney issues could arise from the ketogenic diet. Kidneys indirectly regulate the breakdown of fats, so if you're undergoing ketosis with the consumption of primarily fats, it may present difficulty for those with kidney disease. In addition, for the first few weeks on keto, there is an increase in uric acid in your blood, which is a contributor to kidney stones, especially if you are already susceptible to them. This is partly due to the lack of fiber in the diet, but you can reduce your risk by choosing keto approved foods with a high fiber content and staying hydrated. If you have any issues with kidneys already, then again it is important to check with your doctor before attempting keto. What's more is that keto may cause digestive distress for the first few weeks. Again, guys, ensure to stay hydrated and consume fiber along with electrolytes to limit diarrhea and constipation as much as possible. Now, in comparison to keto being good for aerobic activities such as jogging and cycling, it is not as good generally for anaerobic activities like weightlifting or sprinting. Remember, guys, glycogen is a stored form of carbohydrates in your muscles which provides your body with a readily available source of energy. Therefore, the reason why keto is not good for anaerobic exercise is because the inadequate glycogen stores, as a result of minimal carb intake, will not provide enough power for brief and intense activities, such as weightlifting and sprinting. However, there is a way to accommodate it through the use of the earlier reported targeted ketogenic diet. For instance, while a standard ketogenic diet, which we talked about at the beginning of the lesson, requires 20 to 50 grams of net carbs per day, a targeted ketogenic diet would split these carbs between 30 minutes before your workout and 30 minutes after it. This will provide your muscles with the adequate amount of glycogen needed during training and also during recovery. Furthermore, keto is not suitable for pregnancy as glucose is the main energy source that fuels fetal development. In addition, severely limiting carbs may be taxing on the endocrine system, leading to hormonal imbalances that may disrupt a woman's menstrual cycle. So a woman may need more carbs on a keto diet than a typical man would. And finally, the last con of the ketogenic diet is bad breath, one temporary yet inconvenient side effect of entering ketosis. This happens because your body is breaking down acetoacetic acid, which many people say produces a similar smell to nail polish and can taste metallic. Have you anything to add? What advice would you give to those attempting keto? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So that has been our lesson, Keto, Pros and Cons for Health. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next lesson.